Welcome to Center of Light Foundation. It's good to see you tonight. Hello everyone, I got a couple of things I want to change really quickly. I had a major computer issue audio-wise recently for the last week. It hurt. That should do it. Welcome to Center of Light Foundation. Tonight we're going to be speaking about, oh my dear Lord, transhuman, becoming it. It's happening everywhere. Do you dare to look further into it? Transhuman. There we go. Transhuman. So tonight, I intended this presentation when I first tried to do it a week ago until my audio crashed. Come to find out, I thought it was this, that, and the other. I'll spare you the boring details. It's back. I'm back. We are back. But when I fashioned at least the idea for this presentation was about transhumanism. Transhumanism, becoming AI, becoming a robot. Depending on who you are and what you got, and what you offer to the table, the situation. We have to remember that we should not be a slave to technology. It's beautiful. I use my phone all the time. I use technology all the time. And then I wrote a meme yesterday because I'm pissed off at people constantly bashing, not transhuman, but yet transhuman, transgender. It pissed me off. Morals are one of the greatest things to ever squash the human spirit. Morals. And many people think it's ethically valid. I get it. It's your culture. We're going to be talking about some cancel culture in the video I did a few years ago. Cancel culture, transhuman, and transgenderism are all the three sides of a coin, as if they could be three sides. In this way, there are three sides to this coin: the heads, the tails, and the coin. So we're going to need to make some heads from tails of it. So when like I said, I initially wanted this to be about AI and the dangers and the benefits of it. And then Satya Sai Baba, I read something today that sealed the deal that this is no different than trying to cancel culture, transgenderism. You don't have to like it, but it is in your face, and it does exist. And nothing happens without God's permission. Nothing. God's grace flows through everything. Everything, even those things you want to smite, squash, suppress, causing you distress. God does not change. God is God is God is God is God. It doesn't change. Though it's unending changing. But God does not change. It does not fluctuate. It does not budge by anyone's whimsical opinion. It pains me. I hope to God it pains you when you are on the social media stream of your life I like biting my fingers. That it causes you some sort of purposeful strife. That people are bashing other people. And they will go to that church. What's that saying? Here's the church, here's the steep open door, here's all the people kind of thing. And they will come out throwing stones at glass houses. It's everywhere. People are scared of their freedom. And so they want to cast that stone onto someone else so it takes them out of the spotlight, that I'm the afraid one of freedom. I want to go chop somebody else's tree down. You bad person, you going against God's laws. Transhuman. It's happening everywhere. In the form of technology, in the form of a spiritual, inner technology. When people, now I'm going to save that for something, that mean post I wrote a few days ago. Why, dear Lord, why? Just because someone has happened to been born that is, their skin is green. Why does that bother you so much? Really? And those people I'm trying to reach in this way, they're probably not going to end up in this presentation anyway. But I'm delivering the energy anyway. But if you happen to be such a one who is shaming and shunning your brother or sister as a citizen and a denizen of this planet, shame on you. You mean-spirited, you're a bully, and you know it as you open up your mouth or type your fingers on that keyboard to hurt other people. I don't know you. I liked you when I knew you and you didn't show that side. And now you're stepping away. It's okay. Tonight is Center of Light Foundation becoming transhuman. This is what we are doing, dear Lord. Not only through AI technology, but through spiritual technology. You can lean into the AI all you like, and it's fun, and it has its place, because I like it too. Preaching to the choir. But I'm also diving into the fire. Transhuman not only means reverting to, coming into this AI robot, iRobot kind of muscular man that can achieve anything because he is not only plugged into God, he's plugged into the beehive or the hive mind consciousness. That's not what it's about. Well, that's one aspect of it. But the other aspect of it is the greatest technology throughout the entire universe is not being able to do this, that, with something called electronics and hardware and hardware. Because you are the mainframe. You are the main one. The mainframe of all technology. You are a globule of divine light. And in that globule, that proton, that photon is an aspect. No, you are an aspect, but inherent in it is everything. Not everything, it is everything, but everything. Be careful with your AI transhuman technology. Use it to the level you need to as a stepping stone to when you don't need it anymore. But there's another technology that most people want to ignore, which is transgenderism. I know about morals and ethics. Big quote. I understand that everyone is wanting to always do the highest thing. So the question simply becomes, does everyone know exactly what the highest thing is to do? Everyone does their best. So what is the highest thing to do? I will tell you, leave people alone. Transformation, transhuman, transgender, transformation is happening everywhere. Everywhere. So let's speak a little bit. No, I'm going to save that. I want to acknowledge everyone in this forum. I've been working on my camera, got the fisheye panoramic kind of experience going on. Keith is a happy guy. Welcome to Center of Light Foundation. Let's see what's going on in these forums. Kelly Bauman, Katie Comerage, Melinda Lane is insane, which I love. Katie Camara says, transmuting, another trans. We're all getting trans in here. Transmuting that which we don't fully understand. Thank you, Katie. I think you just shut me down. I was going to go at this presentation all night, but I think you said everything I was going to say. Transmuting that which we don't fully understand. Melanie says, burn, baby, burn. Aziza says, you said it. So let me look at my notes before I go into a video presentation I did about all these transitions, these transitions, these transits, these transformations, these transcendences. So what is transhumanism? Transhumanism is a philosophical and intellectual movement which advocates the enhancement of the human condition. That can be anything. It can be, I want to give somebody a banana because I know they're hungry. I'm using this technology, which I know is my spiritual self that cares, loves, and has compassion, to hand someone a banana when I know they're hungry. But this also incorporates, which advocates the enhancement of the human condition by developing and making widely available sophisticated technologies. Yourself, spiritual technology. Center of Light Foundation, spiritual technology. Technology meaning AI, the phone, chat, GPT, all that, everything. Social media. Making widely available sophisticated technologies that can greatly enhance longevity and cognition. Not only a sense of awareness and I'm alive, but turning that awareness within itself so you can truly live and no longer exist. Transhumanist thinkers study the potential benefits and dangers of emerging technologies that could overcome fundamental human limitations. If you need a technological artificial heart to keep you alive, fantastic. As well as the ethics, which we talked about a moment ago, of using such technologies. Transhuman is the concept of an intermediary formed between human and post-human. In other words, a transhuman is a being that resembles a human. Now we're talking about robots. We're going to go into iRobot, a presentation I did, I think 2 years ago. Resembles a human in most respect, but has powers and abilities beyond those standard humans. Remember, you are transhuman in conception. You're becoming that which does not need hardware technology. Even software hardware technology or hardware software technology. You're basically becoming Trinity contacting Tank. Can you send me the blueprints for flying this helicopter? And you get a download from Father, Mother, Creator. This is what's happening. These abilities might include improved intelligence, awareness, strength, or durability. Transhumans appear in science fiction sometimes as cyborgs or genetic enhanced humans. iRobot. Tonight is really about becoming something other than the expression of creator that you are meant to be. It's about taking away your freedom, your voice, your expression. It's no one's choice but yours to stand up, and I don't mean fight back, but simply just to stand up. And your expression of God. It's not the even, it's more the odd. It's about standing and not budging about those who want to poke and or prod you, God you. No matter if this is about transgenderism, transhumanism, whatever it is, if you want to put a pistol in your mouth, you should have the divine birth. No, you do. You provided you are. It doesn't really matter, because this is all a wishy-washy game. It's in and out, all around, all about, all the same. You will live forever. A pistol in your mouth is nothing. I understand all the backlashes and all the repercussions of such things, that someone would want to kill themselves. I know people, have met people, read stories about people who are simply putting a pistol in their mouth. Is not because they are a coward. It's because they are truly brave. Because they're saying, there's nothing here, honestly, within the heart of my heart of hearts. I'm just done with this place. It requires someone who's conscious, so there's no backlash on the other side. Either way, it doesn't matter. You will always live forever. You will figure it out, rather figure it in. So at least this aspect of this presentation tonight, becoming transhuman, transformation, in any form, in any station, you have that right. And those people who are bullying you because of those said morals have no true ethics or whatever. It's a tough fight, I understand, for you. Don't fight the system, be yourself. And then we're going to talk about something God, Sai Baba, Swamiji, is about. That don't worry about what people think about your transgenderism. They will poke and prod and point their finger at you, and they will try to challenge you. They killed Jesus, Martin Luther King, Robert Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, all those people of the light, whether they had some dark qualities, that's all erroneous and irrelevant. It's about the fact that people want to stop out your light because they don't know what to do with their own. Right now we're going to go to transhuman, iRobot, technology. This was back in the Ronage days, but in all these different metaphors I use, Ronage, this, smart dust, 5G tower, all that stuff. These are all metaphors that will come together later when I do the next act or presentation about transgenderism. Be careful what you say to other people and how you act. It's coming back. You can check yourself off of this planet. Don't take this life for granted. Why not simply just love other people for the beauty and the diversity that they simply are? See you shortly. This will be about 20 minutes. Enjoy it. It's powerful. Take it in. Offer it to other people. Let this power that I've been given, that I'm offering, move you. Stand erect. That in and of itself does a lot to change the dynamic, the curve as we move upward towards transhumanism. Technology, hardware, or spiritual technology, either way, you can just simply play with your life. iRobot. It's good to see you. Now is the time to get into the fire. The divine fire. Tonight we're going to be speaking about, I got to be careful, cancel culture, artificial intelligence, AI, revelations, the awakening, however you choose to stroke that paintbrush that makes you feel satisfied of what it is, how it needs to be addressed to you, then take it in as you need. It's fine. Get your sip of water, take it in as you need. Drink from the wellspring of forever. But this is going to be more so, very spiritual for sure. But it's going to give us a glimpse into the darker side of humanity without pointing a finger, except taking responsibility. So the nonsense doesn't linger. We can move back into civility, humanly, center of light human, iRobot. So instead of this presentation leaning you into blame, shame, or game for other people and their folly, simply don't join in the folly. It's like getting on a train. We're all giving the opportunity to get on the train to forever, right? All right, let's play this game. I'm gonna play a game with you. Play a game with me. I like games. All aboard! Woo! Woo! Here's a ticket, free ticket to the land of forever, into the garden. The train begins to move out of the station. And someone says, "Are you coming?" And you say, "I will be right there, but I gotta go back and tend to this nonsense." The train will have picked up so much momentum, you won't be able to get on board. The point is, the more you engage with artificial intelligence, I get it. I get it on my phone probably as much, if not more than anybody. But I, speaking for myself, I understand the power, the blessing it has. Some people don't. So much so, they put themselves in a situation to get one of these. And as pretty as you please, from lots of things coming out now by doctors, scientists. I know there's a lot of nonsense out there. Use your God-given talent of intuition. The closer you get to God, if God is all-knowing, obviously to me, the closer you get to God, the more He lets you know. It's not hard. It's not this ridiculous philosophy. If God is all-knowing and all-powerful and omnipresent, the closer we get to God, the more we feel the omnipresence, the more we know, and the more we stand in our power as children of the Most High. Center of light human, you are that, and so much more. But they don't like the idea. They don't care about celestial thrones. They're satisfied with the earth throne. That's all they want. In other words, they're settling. I'll settle for this if I can have this kingdom. As the devil appeared to a devil, an idea, whatever it is, appeared to the Christed one and said, "Follow me and I will give you kingdoms." And the Christ said, "I'm simply not interested in your nonsense. You have nothing I want, for I know who I am." We're going to dive into the realm of unconsciousness. Well, Keith, doesn't that bring about more trouble when you look at the things you don't want? The intention is completely different. I'm not dwelling on it. I'm exploring the rabbit as it goes into the hole of nonsense so I can understand what nonsense myself is. My presentation tonight is not to sway you into or not. It's not. I'm simply, as a teacher, I think I'm pretty good at intuition and following conspiracy theories. I've been doing this so long. In fact, Danny even told me, he goes, you've been saying this so long, and now it's happening. So thank you, Danny, for the validation. Point is, no one's asking you to do anything, but I'm asking one thing of you. Definitely open this and open this. Take in all the information. Doesn't make anyone right or wrong. It's just information. But you will find that which is in a formation when you form yourself to always going inward. It's here. Everything you could ever want is here. This is fun. This is the amusement park. This is your family. This is the roller coaster. This is the Ferris wheel. So tonight is about looking at the dark, honestly, so we can see what is our best maneuver. I want to know there's a big, gnarly, snarling dog behind that tree. Liken that to negativity. Because in that, some people love dogs. I love dogs. But in that moment, it's negative to me. That dog wants to take a bite out of my derriere. And I want to know that he's there. It's about becoming conscious. So we look at things honestly. Say, now I understand what it wants. And it wants me. And it wants my attention. But now I know exactly how it wants to get it. I can't get suckered into the game. So I'm not going to shame and blame. I'm just not getting into the game. What is cancel culture? It's a rhetorical question. What is cancel culture? I didn't learn this word till recently. Cancel culture, or call out culture, is a modern form of ostracism in which someone is thrust out of social or professional circles, whether it be online, on social media, or in person. All right, so that is the overview of cancel culture. You cannot argue with the definition. Webster is smarter than you are. You can't argue with the genius and the avatarship of Webster. It describes the source of our language. You don't have to like it. You still can't change the definition. What is cancel culture? Cancel culture is a modern form of ostracism in which someone, or some people or group, is thrust out of social or professional circles, whether it be online, on social media, or in person. So I understand, like you, hello Robert, like you, there is a war. I don't mean within you, just your Facebook stream alone. Let me give you some words, some icons, stopping points of what this cancel culture looks like. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just laying out the information, and you can sing your own song. Love song or the blues, barefooted or with shoes. It's really on the ground that you walk. So here's some words that describe such cancel culture. Dr. Seuss. I'm asking all of you to not use words that would trigger the artificial intelligence, the algorithm, because that can get me shut down and or you. So give me some laughs, or in other words, keep things very vague. Don't use those words, those new dirty words, those new blasphemic words, those curse words that will get any of us in trouble. So what does cancel culture look like? Dr. Seuss, Mark Twain, Pepe Le Pew, I get it. I can understand that one to some degree, but it's taken out of context to fit a narrative. Coca-Cola and white, whatever that is. I read something about it. I got so, I just wasn't interested anymore. Harper Lee, To Kill a Mockingbird, Aunt Jemima syrup, and Uncle Ben's rice. These are icons, landmarks, periods of our life that we reflect, and we reflect beautifully of how we grew up. Some people say otherwise, obviously, because they think they are of the wise, and obviously, without any hang up or disguise, they're saying, you can't do this. You can't do this. Oh, I can do anything I want. But does doing anything you want align with the highest purpose? It's a very simple, powerful, beautiful question. Maybe some of that cancel culture, just maybe, you don't have to like it, just maybe, some of that cancel culture is for your highest good, to get us out of tomfoolery and the brouhaha. Maybe it's simply to say, are you really aware of the vibration of what you're doing? You don't have to like cancel culture and people squashing and censoring your expression. But maybe it's the divine's way to say, through such person that you don't like, I do exist in said person. Maybe it's grace revealing itself in a way you never thought possible to say, I love you so incredibly. Through this cancel your own culture, just trying to get your attention. Culture, what is culture? People look at the word cult. you're in a cult. Everybody's in a cult. Don't jump aboard your meat wagon and wave your flag. You are in a cult. No matter who you are, no matter what you believe in or don't believe, you are in a cult. How do I know that? Because even in Memphis, Tennessee, or wherever you're from, city, state, country, you're part of a culture. Culture, when you go down to the origins, is a way of following a model. When you go to Memphis, Tennessee, there's a predominant model that is followed here. You go to India, there's a predominant, that's all culture, it's cult. Cult, the definition of cult really means, you can't argue with Webster, one way of following, a way of following one particular modality of thought. So cancel culture could be God's way of saying, this no longer should, could, and if you would, allow it to have meaning for you. I gave it to you so you can play with it for a while. Now it's time to get out of the swimming pool. It's time to go home. You've been swimming all day. Right? So let's keep moving. Welcome to Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light Human. iRobot. So I named all these different possibilities of cancel culture. Dr. Seuss, Mark Twain, Pepe Le Pew, Coca-Cola, Harper Lee, To Kill a Mockingbird, Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben's Rice. This one, and now there's Speedy Gonzales. Riba. What is this? And now there's a new one. At least new for me. We can no longer, or it's no longer appropriate to say breastfeeding. It's called chest feeding. What? Where's your social security number come from? Why do you need to be numbered in the first place? Social security number. Well, Keith, it's because why do you need a number? Tribes in Africa don't have numbers and they live joyfully, blissfully, peacefully, and in their own way celebrate the presence of the prime creator of the universe. And they have no number tied to them. Social security number. I'm asking the question, why do you need a social security number? And then next, when you fill out an application, what is it you're applying for? Applying your life. Everything you do is applicable. You got to put in your gender. Now, the AI really wants to strip everything so it can become gender neutral. Age. What does it matter how the frick old you are? Race. Why do you need a government profile in the first place? As they want the source of what you are. Removing certain things from your life that have no intention of the they or claim. Oh, let me read this again. Removing certain things from life that have no intention of what they are claiming is offensive. That is cancel culture. They want you to be a robot. Will Smith, Mr. Smith, Neo. They want you to be a robot. They're stripping you, or at least attempting to strip you. Nobody likes to have their clothes taken off. Stripping you of your divine birthright. In your divine birthright, you have to explain yourself to no one, because in your divinity and your birthright as a child of the living light, no explanation is needed, because everything is revelation, everything is revealed. If God had a problem with anything in creation, it couldn't exist. Nothing happens in the universe without God's permission. Mr. Potato Head. How could that be gender confused? The title is Mr. Potato Head. iRobot. Robot. You are not a robot. You are the greatest thing that's ever been created. Ever. And that implies like a timeline that goes from back when, ever, to this point. to be created to the future. That is not the way it works. That's just a jerk and a twerk, and something that's a quirk that's happening in your experience. This is beyond time. If God is eternal and I want to be with God, then I have to choose to win and not lose with my choices and go beyond, willing to go into the divine fire. Everything you see in here is about fire, because Moses, the burning bush, the fire of God, the finger of God, it's all about fire and purification. Right? So tonight is Center of Light Human, iRobot. So you have to go beyond the artificial intelligence that is pulling you in. It is. Can. There's a veil. Psychically, there is a veil by others who are trying, no, let me rephrase that. Hello Janice Box, by others who have infiltrated the system. They have. Look around you everywhere. Everywhere you see, as you look around, how can I discern, Keith, who are those others that have infiltrated the system? It's easy. Do I need to tell you? Does anyone need to tell any of us? It's those who are not congruent with the program of humanity. That's the others. Where do you think that consciousness comes from? Does it come from the earth? The earth was created for the human being to be married to the Lord. Whatever Lord you serve, that represents the highest goodness and deliciousness for all beings. That is the Lord. Anything other than that is alien, not of the earth. The earth is a bed, a place that has been laid in a bed for the human denizens, the citizens of the earth, who live in all cultures, all diversity, and celebrate the one universal God that in all diversity, believe it or not, it's not as even as you think. It's somewhat a little more odd than we can think. Center of Light, Human, iRobot. Moving forth. Here we go. We're diving in. Hello, Adana. She said I shared it. Bless you. Nanobots. Oh boy, Keith. Here we go, Keith. Nanobots. And smart cotton fiber. Smart dust. Look it up. Let me show you what smart dust is. All cultures. Let me show you what smart dust is. So what is smart dust? You can actually just get on Google and find it and do the scientific research yourself, and you will find for yourself. Danny says we're in a matrix. Hello, Neo. The reality is the world that has been, what is it? Maria says, it's the world that has been pulled over your eyes. You're living in a dream world, Neo. So what is smart dust? It does exist. Does it come from airplanes when they spray in the skies? I don't know. It seems to persist. I can't resist diving into these rabbit holes and discovering that simply it does. What is smart dust? It does exist. It is a scientific, public, common knowledge fact. If you get on Google, wherever is your favorite search engine or whatever it is you do, it's not a possibility. It is. Knowing that, and we look at the power structures of the world, the other force that I tell you is equally as powerful as the loving force, which it really isn't. But we live in a world of duality, so we have to somewhat look at things as both sides until we realize that the inside is where the real till and tell lies. But it's not a lie at all, it's the truth. Think about those who want nothing else but for you to be aloof. And they're using everyone else before you as their proof to impregnate you, to bloat you with nonsense as their proof that they're your salvation. Today, depending on who you are, could be your day of graduation. It's all up to every one of us. Not the smart does. They will convince you, the they. And before you can fly, you need a passport. Let me give you your birthright and your passport. You can choose not to engage as the train embarks out of town to Ascensionville, to being with your Lord, to being with all that is more powerful than anything that can ever be even imagined. But I gotta go back, and that train is already moving. You better make sure you get your feet across this line with enough speed in you to jump aboard this moving train. Don't let your life, the rest of your life, go in vain, in disdain. You won't like it so much. Nanobots and smart cotton fiber. If you look it up, if you send me an inbox, I will send you a video. This is not fake. It's real. On a thing that you put in your ear, but now they want to put in your nose. It's not what you think it is. It's not cotton fiber. It may look like cotton, but it's a synthetic fiber. It's alive. It is truly alive. And you have this bone near your brain that is very porous. Why do they want to stick that? I'm asking a question. Why do they want to stick that in your nose? If all you need truly I'm just asking. A simple mask. I ask if a mask can detour any of the nonsense. Your mask protects you and it protects me. And it's my spit that is the infection. Why can't they just simply swab my mouth? I'm asking a question. Simple, but powerful question. I don't know the science. I know my intuition. So we're speaking about smart dust and smart fiber. What is this? I'm asking because I don't know. I know what I saw. But here's the deal. When those, what's up, Jody? Whitus? Hello, Jody. When these things go into your skull, that thing, they do that, and we use them on babies, and we clean our ears with them, those things. I got to be careful with my words. That fiber is alive. And there are those nanobot particles I showed you very well embedded in them. I'm not saying all of them. I just know by what I saw. And I trust the people I saw because my intuition and my alignment with God, who is all-knowing, because I know I'm close to God in this life because of my passion for it, the more I know and my intuition speaks volumes. Jody says, orgasmers. Because these nanobots are patented, once they occupy your skull, they own you. Literally, it's a patent. If you want this video, private inbox me. I will send you the video. I am not trying to sway you from getting one of these because you got one of these. One of these. I'm not trying to trivialize your precious life if you got sick. I'm not. trying to bring the light to a dark situation, which is, as a teacher, as someone who loves you, I use this word deliberately. Take it how you choose. It's not a threat. You can bet. I love you. Before you do such thing, I'm warning you. I'm warning you. Some people have told me, Keith, if I get the big C and I don't get this, I'm going to die. It's sacred. I hear you. No one wants to die. But we're all going to die. We die every day. But it's a 99, whatever. Whatever the truth of it, the truth scale is of it. Where did the flu go? I don't know where the flu went. Point is, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm trying to be a responsible, aware teacher. I would now the tables have turned from the questions that the people have asked. If I don't get the, and I get the, I am going to die. The tables have turned. Now it becomes, if you get the, a year or less from now, your life is going to change because of those said nanobots that are penetrating that porous bone near your brain with that smart fiber and that smart dust. This comes down to all of us and a conscious, deliberate choice. And you will have the best intuition as your gauge as you board the mastership of your divine parents' forever endeavor home for you. Welcome back to Center of Light Foundation. We are the tribe, we are the nation of light. Never forget that. We've been speaking about transhuman. Touched on a few different ideas of what transhuman is. It's also the transgender movement, transition, transitioning, transcendence. People are coming to the forefront to express themselves how they choose. Win or lose, they don't give a squat. Other people give a squat. Morality can be a beautiful / dangerous thing. So we're going to move into a section now, which I did not see coming to midday today when I finally got my technology fixed. We've been speaking about transhumanism, the AI, that sort of stuff. But now I want to move into this segment about transgenderism, which is transhumanism, that many people have a problem with. Well, you are wrong. How does that feel? You want to take it in the chin? You want to fight? You want to get into an argument? You're wrong in your ignorance. You don't understand lovingly, without judgment. You simply don't understand the level of God that love is, the level of love that God is. But you have no issue, no compunction whatsoever to sling your daggers and throw your mud clogs at other people. Because how you feel about yourself and your morality, the reason people do. Actually, I'm going to read the meme. It'll make more sense in this way. Welcome to Center of Light Foundation. People know that when they do what they do, that they're doing it. Most people do know that. This meme I posted a few days ago after this Sai Baba post, which I'll show you in a moment. Who's Sai Baba? We'll get to that in a moment. So tonight is becoming. I'm becoming a something. Transformation. A beautiful, dear, loving friend of mine used to be known as Billy Lavender. is now Chloe Lavender. And I don't know any difference between Billy and Chloe. I just know that that person is my beautiful friend. Soul cosmic sibling. This is the post I made a few days ago. Before I do that, what is gender dysphoria? So when I look at people like Ben Shapiro, I'm a giant, Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles, and a few of the like, I get it. They're trying to make a point in a healthy way, some of them are, about transgenderism and what is it really. And I get it. They're trying to filter out the nonsense. But all this is focused on superficiality, the skin. That's called racism. But no one wants to talk about the spirit within. What is gender dysphoria? GD. It is the distress a person experiences due to the mismatch of their gender identity, the personal sense of their own gender, and their sex assigned at birth. Yes and no. It's always yes and no. That sounds vague. Sounds like semantics. Great. It's your safe haven. It's yes and no. It's always yes and no. Here's that post. Congratulations, whoever you are, if you are such a one. Congratulations. You proved that you can hurt other people. So, many people have found another group to make fun of because they are not like themselves in all of their perfection. If you are such a one, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. In your jacking with other people, you are trying to smear, campaign them out of existence, thinking that if you don't at least try, your God, lowercase g, your God is going to come after you and charge you as guilty just by association. That's why people do what they do. That's why people judge other people, because the God they believe in, they have to follow, they have no choice but to follow that role, that model. Because I don't want to be incarcerated, smited by allowing you to exist perfectly, imperfectly as you are. Do you realize, if you're such a one, do you realize that in your hateful judging, you're revealing to those who are awake and to the God that you think you are worshiping that you are not on board with the unity program designed for all of the denizens of the earth? You may think that by crucifying any group with your ignorance and fear sets you apart and exalts you because they sin differently from you. But the reality is that you imprison yourself to another group that believes in division, and there you will remain shackled. Said another way, oh, this is gonna sting if you're such a one. Said another way, your bigotry is a racism in a different guise. You know nothing. You know nothing about why souls incarnate and choose the lifestyle that they do. Every person is an embodiment of the divine, for it dwells at all of our core. All paths are designed to bring one home to the soul and beyond. You may think that males should remain males and females should remain females. That is not for you to decide, and you know it, and that was what pisses you off, because you are not in control of it. Using your morals as your moral compass that gets you nowhere except in strife with the people who are part of your world. My God, what are you doing? Do you not know that the spirit within everyone is androgynous? It's androgynous. We all have the same spirit. unbridled, and free. How does it feel when someone wants to stifle your voice? It's not so pleasant, is it? And everyone has a constitutional right, but also a divine right to express themselves as they choose. We're talking about freedom, liberation, and slavery, and the bravery of those who choose to stand up for themselves. It should not matter what people choose for themselves, but what should matter, and you should be concerned if you're such a one, is that you are tallying up your mean-spirited score with one bullying mean post after another as you hurt person after person. Why not be like the God you claim you believe in and leave people alone? Do you understand what you are doing? You are being so superficial, and you're looking not into someone, but at someone, and blaming said someone for your own unconscious nonsense. Stop it. You are hurting people. Why are you hurting people? What is your goal? What is your aim? I can tell you where it spawned from. It spawned from ignorance. Stings, doesn't it? Is it possible? Is it possible that the androgynous spirit, let me ask you a question. You can post your response if you like. Is God male or female? Yes and no, both. Is God male or female? So if the Spirit of God is everything, then it is inclusive. It is male and female. Is it possible that certain people, as they incarnate into this experience, for whatever sole reasons beyond anyone's morality, approval, and or understanding, or need to know whatever thing, no one knows why people come into this plane. But you come into a male body, and your spirit that is so forefront is so feminine that the only way a person can choose to express themselves fully and or feel so absolutely complete is to change their body into a feminine way so they can express their dominant feminine tone, and vice versa. Hence, leave people alone. You don't know. You're going by past, unconscious, fornicated doctrine. We all have these bi-sexual, sensual, principal qualities. I'm a guy. I'm Keith. I'm definitely a guy. Trust me. I see something happen in the world, and it moves me to a level that my divine feminine becomes dominant. And I cry and I bawl my eyes out. Vice versa, in and out, all about. We have this dual, not split, but this duality of coming together and integration. Some people are dominant in a certain manifestation of the divine that for whatever reasons, the body does not resemble who they feel. I get the transgenderism and the trendiness of people just trying to be. I get that. I'm talking about the people who are truly anchored in saying, I'm willing to go through all this money, through all this potential pain, which pain is a great catalyst for bliss. I know. I've been there. No one knows why you grew up as Keith Blanchard in South Louisiana who moved to Memphis, Tennessee and went through everything he went through. Everybody likes some Keith and everybody likes some you, and many people don't like everybody else because they're just different. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Ask yourself a very simple question. What is my agenda when I open my mouth or open my hands to type on this keyboard to smite in or slam someone so far out of existence? Oh my God, what are you doing? You feel some sort of ejaculation in it, I know, and you know it as well. From Satya Sai Baba, to bring home this presentation tonight about becoming transhuman, AI, artificial intelligence. Transhuman. I'm willing to transcend myself out of this world to where I don't need any form of technology, but my own center of light foundation spiritual technology. The software that is in this main frame of myself. It's infinite, but also transgender. We are all transgender. We're all transitioning back to God. Do you think that when you go back to God, you're going to be a male or female if that's what you currently are? You have no understanding of what true elevation is if that is your biz. You're just whizzing all over yourself. When you have the ultimate epiphany of God, your own Big Bang, I'm asking you, and please share your comment. Do you think when you go fully back to an androgynous creator that without which nothing can exist, male and or female, do you think you're going to go back into God with the ginger that you are? Shatters all illusions, doesn't it? Satya Sai Baba, God on earth that was here until 2011, passed Easter morning. Go figure. Figure in. Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. On the everything's backwards for me. I'm assuming Satya Sai Baba sitting in the chair with the orange draping and all the different religious insignias. That was probably in the 70s. Who is Satya Sai Baba? The highest, if there is such a thing, incarnation of God to ever dwell on the earth. You can look at this individual, which is the whole, and see that there is an androgynous energy there. It's very masculine and very feminine as he sits on the throne. Now, the next picture you see with all the dust, vibhuti ash is what it's called, over his hair and his hand. This would take hundreds, if not whatever, many years for dust to collect. But dust would collect evenly all over this picture. Why is this vibhuti ash dust in the form of his hand giving Shaktipat, giving you energy around his hair? This is called vibhuti ash. This is real. This is the realm of the miraculous. When we get out of the realm of morality, we step into the realm of the miraculous. And so for such miraculous things to happen, for many people who have vibhuti ash, which I do, what is the point of that ritual? It means exactly what I want it to mean. Dear God, step inside of me and blow what I think nonsense is completely away. Wake me up in my third eye. Generate my heart the fire so that I can acquire something that is beyond what I even possibly think is higher. God says this about, hopefully it will alleviate your morality about judging other people who are simply just not like you. Satya Sai Baba says, people find the reflection of their own defects in others. If you are such a one that makes posts about other people and their gender, or about anything, people find that changed. People find the reflection of their own defects in others. Those that find mistakes in others don't know their own mistakes. How can you belch of mangoes if you haven't eaten one? The belt you get depends on the food you take. The good and bad you see in the experience are the results of your own thoughts. First, recognize defects in yourself and get rid of them. It is a great sin to criticize other people for any reason. God is in everyone, so criticizing others amounts to criticizing God Himself. Do not criticize or ridicule anyone. Respect everyone. Only then will you be respected. It is foolishness to expect others to respect you without yourself respecting them. If your feelings are good, you will see only good in everyone. The mind, the monkey, the mind is the root cause for everything, at least the unclear one. Man cannot exist without the mind. A torch cannot function without batteries. The body is like a torch. Eyes are like the bulbs. And the intellect is like a switch. Boom! But without a mind, compared to a battery, the body cannot function. So the mind has to be kept in good condition. 1999, April 14th. Closing Sai Baba. When one looks at one's own defects and others' merits, one will reach noble heights. You keep jacking around, jacking with other people to make yourself feel better about your ignorance that you are so lazy to do something about, you will not survive on this plane very long. I love you. That is without a doubt. Leave people alone. If you cannot bless them, leave them alone. What are you doing? Dear God, what are you doing?